Hello, it's Ryan from happytrader.io. We're going to do the micro NASDAQ 1/10 the size backtest today. This is going to be on the 45-minute time frame for those of you who like to swing trade. This is going to be the one that you're going to want to watch. We do a lot of these backtests using our proprietary indicator. So these particular backtests in this series are going to be long only. And we will be doing some short and some ones where we, go both sides and all that stuff, go both ways and explore what is possible with Happy Trader Sentiment AI with a Lumatrend, which is our indicator. And you can see that with just the back test up, you really can't see much of what's going on with the market. But as soon as we launch our indicator, we are good to go. So without further ado, and before we get into the back test, we are a brand new startup. Please like and subscribe. And if you're into this type of content and figuring out how to beat the stock market and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and load the strategy up. We're just going to turn it off, toggle it back on. You can see this is a long only strategy that says buy AI on the uptrend overlays. These are our trading signals. This is not to be confused with Supertrend or any of the freely available indicators. For TradingView, this is fully proprietary and we're looking under the hood of the market, not using lagging indicators such as RSI, MACD, and Heikin-Ashi. So we are simply for this backtest going to take the entire year of 2023. We're going to buy on the uptrend signals and sell on the downtrend signals the entire year and see what we come up with. So without further ado, let's get into that. So we have our deep back tester on, and in TradingView terminology, that just means the ability to set our date range. So we're just going to stretch this up a little bit so you can still see the indicator at the top, and then we are going to make sure our date range falls into place. Since we're using the futures, we're going to start, and these are the micro NASDAQ futures, the MNQs. We are going to do just a simple $1,000 account with one contract. We're not going to pyramid orders. That would mean if we get successive, uptrend or downtrend signals, depending on the back test, we would enter more contracts. We're not going to do that. We're only doing one contract. So we're going to go ahead and just hit OK. We have our date range set from January 1st, 2023, all the way to November 21st, 2023. We're going to go ahead and generate the report and take a look at this interesting P&L curve that we have. And you can see that the equity, let's just make sure it's fully refreshed. Okay, so we have 857.6%. And like I say in a lot of my other videos, our winning percentage typically is going to be 1 out of 3 trades, maybe a little bit better. In fact, it is a little bit better for the NASDAQ for this year, 38% winning trades. So you may be thinking, like I've said in some other videos, if you're only winning 38% of trades, how are you having an equity curve that's, killing the market, crushing the market? The market only does 7 to 11% per year. How are we, absolutely just demolishing the market? And the answer is, excuse me, when we go to the list of trades, you can see that not only are our average winners much larger than our average losers, even if we get a string of losers, they're kept under control due to the strategy. So you can see that we did have a string there of some losers, but look, it's made up for right here. And you can see that if we just keep going down, you can see some of these larger winners, 1,300 there, and you kind of get the idea, 1,400 there, and then the losers are just smaller, right? So that's why we are able to get away with a slightly better than 1 out of 3 win rate there. So the one thing to note about this particular backtest that's interesting is that there were only 55 total closed trades for the entire year to date. Now, there's people who make 55 trades in 1 week, trading options, trading iron condors, stuff like that. The other thing that I wanted to make note of, not only is this a simple strategy, so all you had to do was essentially load up this indicator, happytrader.io sentiment AI with the Lumatrend, add the alert, and literally set alerts for the buy and sell signals on the 45-minute chart. So you could just do that simply through TradingView, the best charting platform. That's why we've developed our initial product for it. And you can see that really there's no drawdown at all. And on the 45-minute chart, you would expect maybe a little bit more of a drawdown when the Nasdaq is so volatile compared to the S&P, right? Or the Dow. So your Nasdaq's going to be a really, really volatile index. But on the 45-minute chart, simple 55 trades in a year, you were able to just completely dwarf the market performance, right? Sure, there was a drawdown, and that's where you kind of see the volatility poking its head out, is in that 41.3%. But profit's profit, and if you're not taking drawdown on the overall starting balance, that's pretty darn good for the strategy. Now, I will say there are a lot of strategies that will draw down right in the beginning, and then they'll start to build that curve. And the reason for that is because you can see these big carve outs that you get, especially on more volatile indexes and stocks. Like something like Tesla is going to take like this initial chop down. If you're in the middle of one of these chop downs in the beginning of your trading, and in the beginning, you may need to have additional margin. So we're starting in this case with $1,000, and we just go mosey right on up, and then we hit our drawdown, and you can see that worst case scenario was a $1,400 drawdown. So that would have meant if we started with $1,000, the absolute worst case scenario would have been having to deposit $1,420 into the trading account at the very worst. Let's say this drawdown occurred right in the beginning of the year. That would have been the worst case scenario, which is literally not a worst case scenario at all. So this is really cool how you can backtest with TradingView. We wrote this backtester for long only, and we will be doing some other backtesters that go both ways, like I've kind of mentioned, and also short only to kind of compare and contrast. But since the market does have an overarching tendency to kind of, obviously the market goes up over time. We wanted to show you just kind of what a year would look like, and that's what you have here. So you have all these great metrics, and all you had to do was just buy on these green uptrends. So we get the buy signal. We have our green Illuma trend on the 45-minute chart, and we get these rippers. And then when we get our downtrend, we close the position. Wait, 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 wait. Okay, we have another uptrend. We're going to go ahead, and then we have a downtrend close, right? So that's all we're doing here on this back test, and very, very impressive stuff. And you can just see, if we remove, we can see the indicator in all of its glory, and there you have it. That is going to be the micros. So anybody who's interested in small account trading, this is something, and you can just see that the index just soared this year because we have to kind of move the chart. But anybody who's interested in lower risk, and not throwing that kind of cash around, and having these smaller drawdowns, but then getting rewarded with these bigger winning trades, and then outperforming the market, maybe something like happytrader.io is for you. You can visit the website happytrader.io and get some more info. You can also just hit that subscribe button because we do regular videos each and every day. And that's going to do it for today's video. That's just a really nice, clean back test, just long only, and just doing things simply is sometimes all it takes. I think a lot of folks get wrapped up in the over trading and the small time fluctuations of the market, but this is testament that even using very volatile indexes like the Nasdaq, you can do really well over time, with not that many trades. And that's just testament not only to just simplicity and sticking to a trading plan, but also having a tool that's as powerful as happytrader.io to help you along the way. So again, this is Ryan, the CEO and head quant at Happy Trader. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, that like button, and we will see you probably tomorrow before Thanksgiving. So I'll do another video, likely on the ES tomorrow, and we'll start getting into some other interesting commodities. So have a great day and happy trading.